we're heading to Eastern Europe for this episode of the Gear Guide. You know, 2014 seems to be the year of full frame pistols. I mean, larger ones. A lot of departure from the compact pistol and moving back to the bigger guns. And this is definitely not an exception to that rule. And we're looking at the CZ P-09 Duty by ASG. Now the CZ P-09 is a full frame version of the CZ P-07 essentially, and it gives you a very long barrel, it gives you a ton of rail space, and gives you a large pistol frame. But because of the design, because of the build of this pistol, it doesn't feel large in your hands. I have about an average hand, and a lot of the big frame pistols do feel a little bulky. It feels like you're holding a big Desert Eagle, like a hand cannon. But what they've done with the design of the P-09 is they've really trimmed up this upper grip area. They've made it very comfortable to hold, and it doesn't feel unwieldy or large in your hand. But by getting a full frame pistol, you do get a longer barrel. You can go with a larger magazine to fit in the grip, and it really fits almost any hand type, smaller all the way up to really large hands. Now the build of the P-09 is metal where it's supposed to be metal, which is the upper receiver, the barrel, the slide, the hammer, and all those goodies. And it's polymer where it's supposed to be in the lower receiver. Along the lower polymer body, there's some great stippling already kind of done, this wonderful texture right where you rest your fingers. So on either side, it's intuitive. You hand off the trigger, good trigger discipline, and you know you're in the right spot. Moving up to the slide, the design of the CZ P-09 is this recessed slide where the slide itself lives inside the frame versus the opposite, which is what you're gonna find on most other pistols. So with this, you actually get a higher, what they call hand to bore. So what that means is the hand that you're holding is a lot closer to where the BB, or in a real gun, the bullet comes out of. That gives you more instinctive shooting. It gives you less felt recoil because that recoil is going straight back into your hand and not causing a ton of kick. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's a great feature on the P-09. Your optics up top are a dovetail rear sight and a single front sight with white dots, so they're easy to acquire your targets. The safety is really easy to get to. It's simple to move, has a very short travel distance, and the slide release is also within reach. What's also great is in the package you get a case, and it already has great foam cutouts for the actual pistol itself and an extra mag, which is a huge bonus and something you don't normally see with pistols these days. So of course, any licensed gun wouldn't be complete without great trades, and it does have the CZ trades on the markings across the side, all the way down to the designed in the Czech Republic. And if you're big into lights and lasers, move it all the way here to the front, you get a ton of rail space. You actually get 5 sections and then some additional rail behind it to put all but the biggest lights and lasers on this pistol. But where this pistol really shines is where it has its dual power source. You can choose to either go with the green gas magazine, or you can opt for a CO2 magazine. Now the difference between the two, they're pretty much the same weight once you have the 12 gram cartridge installed, but the power that this pistol puts out is dramatically different. Taking it to the chrono and using the green gas mag, we were seeing around the mid 320s FPS, which is going to be a safe FPS level for indoor or outdoor play at just about any field in the US you could ever go to. But if you wanted to crank this sucker up and you're going to outdoor play or your field allows higher limits, drop in that CO2 mag and you'll see a 50 FPS boost. We were seeing somewhere around the mid 370 FPS range with the CO2 magazine in here, and let me tell you what, the blowback is really crisp on the green gas mag, but when you put that CO2 mag in, this thing is insane. It kicks so good, but because of that whole bore to grip ratio I was explaining earlier, it doesn't have this unbelievable muzzle rise where it's hard to control. Follow-up shots are really easy, and when you have 375 FPS of power, you can really reach out and touch someone or opt for a much heavier weight BB. In my case, I was using the 0.3 gram BBs that ASG makes their Devil brand BBs to really put some heavyweight stopping power on my opponents. Also, what I like is how they design the hop up in here and really able to dial it in. When you take the upper off the lower, the hop up's a small little dial and you can use a flathead screwdriver, or the wheel's actually big enough to turn with your hand. This one is nice and smooth all the way up and all the way down, so you can really dial it in for that specific specific brand and weight BB that you enjoy playing with. So bottom line, if you guys are in the market for a full frame pistol that doesn't feel like it, shoots crisp and great, and gives you the option for 2 power sources, both CO2 and green gas, take a look at the ASG CZ Duty, and you can get this for right around $120 US at your favorite local or online authorized ASG retailer. So guys, what do you think? I mean, I got some great gameplay with this, and you saw some of the footage here in the video of me playing with the P-09 and getting some fantastic kills. But what's your thought of pistols and airsoft in general? Do you like using pistols? Do you like the P-09? Do you like large frame pistols like this? Or are you more of a compact pistol fan? Let me know down there in the comment section. And that's it for this episode. We'll see you on the next episode of the Gear Guide. And on that one, we're gonna be looking a little farther east to Mother Russia, where airsoft pistol shoots you.